Oh, Lord.
My headphones on fire right now.
Don't cry. Don't cry.
Oh, man. Percocet. Molly Percocet.
Hey, I believe, like my man Ron said, that is the Green Ranger playing the flute in the background.
Oh, Lord.
That is the Green Ranger playing that fucking flute. I'm so proud of Future.
Yeah. I love Hendrix. I listen to Hendrix every day of my life.
Every fucking day.
That R&B swag, he just.
Yeah.
Negro spiritual leader.
The Negro spiritual.
And he came through with a sample. I ain't really used to Future on those samples, but I
Like I said, that's some of my favorite Future. You seen? Did you see the video for "Use Me"?
No, not yet.
Man, listen, like people always paint Future like he just do bullshit, right? I'm looking at this video and it's essentially like Little Future riding around in like a 1980s Lambo. Right, so he go to like a random restaurant. It's funny because it looked like the random diner in Moonlight. And he goes sit at a table with old Future, and it's like they looking at each other. But essentially, what he doing while this is happening, they showing flashbacks to his grandma's house. And you know how he said in his interviews, my grandma's house was a dope house. So his grandma there, and the Jack Boys come to his grandma's house. And they run up in there, tie her up, you know, put the gun to her and steal the bag of money out the bag.
What?
And then it's like Lil Future and Big Future riding, but it's all of a sudden it's the old Impala, a 96 Impala, and they drive to the house and they literally pull up and all of a sudden it's Lil Future who walk in. They play a clip from an interview like, yeah, my grandma's house was a dope house. So he just walk in and sit down in a chair while his grandma like face down tied up. I was like, all right, all righty.
That's what we missing. That's what the game really missing, man. Like videos meant something. Yes, man. When we used to watch videos, you're like, oh shit. Like I think about a Goofy video that just made us like love Eminem. Remember Guilty Conscience came out and they did the whole this is shady. You know what I mean? Like videos add to everything. That's why I always like looked up to Ye for that. Like Ye said, he not letting a video die. Like fuck that. I'm gonna get y'all solid videos as much as I can.
When was your last video?
Famous.
Oh, that shit was horrible.
Fade.
Famous was horrible.
Famous was horrible.
No, it really was, bro.
It probably was.
I'm
a case.
Yeah, a video with like 10 or 12 wax figures in the video. Shit was horrible. Fade, we just like, you know, we like seeing good-looking women dance around. Like,
right. But you knew at the end it was kind of like, what is going on? Like, why does she look like a lion?
I didn't get that either.
That just show you how much Kanye is really like a perverted creep. Like, they've been saying that. Like, when he messed up Drake's Best I Ever Had video, and Drake caught all that flag, I was like, that's what your ass get for letting this nigga do your video, cuz, like, it was like close-ups of titties the whole video, and I was like, gee, I think they wiped that video off the internet. You can't even find it no more.
I think Kanye solidified his creepness with the ballerinas. I was like, Joe, what is this going on with all these ballerinas dancing around and look? You know, I just felt like that was real creepish. I mean, I liked it though. But Future, only video I probably watched of Future is Rich Sex.
Oh, nah, I watch. To me,
I've seen all his videos.
Yeah,
but like,
I would say
got the most replay value.
I would say to me, he got some of the best videos. Like, really.
That ain't really hard to be right now, though.
It isn't.
It isn't. But the fact that you actually shooting videos, like, think of the Trap Niggas video. Yeah. Like, that video cold. Like, you know.
Yeah.
He got some shit. Like,
Out with the Weeknd.
Yeah, I mean,
that's why I be getting upset when people be trying to like disregard Future. Like, y'all listen to that shit. Like, it's like, you know, like he puts effort into his craft.
Yeah,
and like, you know, the people who do that, those are people who don't come outside much.
But you know, I always, that's why I always ask people, like, when people real go hard and criticize and shit, that's why I always say, tell me what you listen to. Mm-hmm. And when people be telling me like all they can quote is some shit that came out in the 2000s or 99, I just wave my hand like, all right, you done. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really, if you can't name like the current crop that's actually like out, or even like within, you know, you don't tell me that you even listen to like Kendrick, Crit, them type of people. I just be looking like, you listen to like Talib Kweli still? Like, I get it. Like, that's your go-to in the morning.
Those are people who let life beat them down. They haven't fought back.
They recovered.
They accepted their washness. You know, they don't even go to day parties. Like
They still trying to live out their senior year, bro.
I'm not going out like that.
Trying to live out their senior
We
year.
know a couple people like that who won't let go their senior year. They still wear their varsity jackets. They still like claim the little
Al
clique.
Bundy.
They still claim the clique the fuck they had in high school and shit. Yeah, I'm still June gang all day. Nigga, that was like 01. Let it go. It's over with.
You know what? This is a good time to bring up. We actually have a guest.
Yeah.
Yes.
We got a guest. I guess she has been on here before. She was like probably the original first wave of No Foreplay. I don't even know what number episode you're on, but I know that y'all episode is one of the most listened to episodes even still to this day. Mm-hmm. So we have, man, I don't even know how I want to introduce you. Do I want to give your full government name? I'm gonna just say yes. I think we did on the first. So we have Paris Tyler. Yes. If you don't want me to say it, I can take it. We have Paris Tyler.
P. Tyler. Maybe that's
No.
a business moniker.
P. Dolo. We should give you a nickname. But we have Paris Tyler.
P Funk.
No, not P Funk, man. Jesus. Paris Tyler. She's known. She's actually pretty famous. She's pretty famous.
In my ass.
Yeah.
So you said it. So she is 1/4 of Posh. She also stands on her own. She's made some waves. Unfortunately, she left our beautiful city for New York.
Yeah.
But she comes back. You just like boo. You booed her for that. Oh man,
I ain't born. I'm born in New York.
I love New York. I definitely see why. Like, man, New York is an energizer sometimes,
Yes,
man.
it is.
So Paris, thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us.
I appreciate you guys for having me on. Definitely excited to be here for sure. Like, I sometimes listen to our episode as well. It's definitely fun. Definitely humorous, like the topics we touched on. And you are right. It was definitely like when we first started Posh, myself and my business partner, Keisha, came on and was just trying to tell the city what we were up to and hoping to accomplish with Posh Entertainment. And now we're like 5+ years in, and we just came off of an event yesterday, our St. Patrick's Day event. That was our 5th year having it at the Midway Lounge inside Soldier Field. Beautiful turnout, more than 800 people in attendance, and definitely excited, getting great feedback, and looking to, hopefully tear the city up again in a few more months. So yes.
Like, it's amazing, like, the growth of your brand from even back when you on the podcast. Like, I remember when you all first threw a day party and everybody's like, what the fuck is a day party?
Right.
Like, why would people want to party in the day? And now we're at the point you all are like one of the
trailblazers.
You are like an author of like our summers now. Like,
For
real
sure.
talk. Like, you have like an established hold on our summers now. Like the Studio Paris Day party, that's like some sexy shit. Like, if I did cocaine, that would be the party to do it
He
at.
said that's how he talked to. It was so fresh. I had a bald head at the Posh party.
Yeah, I mean, it is definitely Studio Paris too. It's like we were able to go in there when I feel like the club had just opened, and we were like, they were kind of like, oh, should we let these? Should we let them in here? And now they pretty much, as soon as the party ends in July, they're like, okay,
they booking you.
We
like,
booking it for next year. So it's always a crowd pleaser. It's always the ultimate turn up, bottle service. People
Pizza
dancing on
delivery.
couches, right? Food. I mean, it's bottle wars. It's just that vibe that we're trying to give off. And you're right. Like the day party scene wasn't here. Like I feel like in DC and Atlanta, it was everywhere else except Chicago. And we came off of doing a New Year's Eve event and decided, okay, let's start this. Let's try to start hosting events. And we're able to walk into Red Canary and have our first day party. And from there, it was like, okay, we're doing this monthly. And now we pulled back since we're now a bit more scattered. I'm in New York. My business partner, Diamond's in Charlotte. Keisha's in Milwaukee. And now Leslie is our sole member here in Chicago holding it down. So we're now looking at like quarterly more or less than monthly now. But we still, I feel like we're throwing epic experiences that people crave and desire and definitely enjoy.
And that's what I try to explain to people. Like, we're not missing a Posh event. You know what I mean? We're not missing a Posh event.
You don't want to.
At
you
all.
don't want to at
So,
all.
I mean, even when the plugger came out finally that you all were throwing up, because, you know, people were looking like, so what's going on St. Patrick's Day weekend? Then it was like Soldier Field, like the group chats were lit. Like it went up. It was like Soldier Field, like, bitch, we are in there.
and we have to tell people, like, y'all lame ass don't go out for 4 months. So whatever the price is, just add up all them 4 months and buy the fucking ticket. I don't want to hear no complaining. We out. Because, you know, St. Patrick's Day, Jameson and neck kisses.
Right.
Oh, God.
Hey, I'm just saying. Not for me, but
for your friends.
For your friends.
For my uncle's stepdad.
For your friends.
Live your life.
Right.
As I yelled out in the party yesterday.
Yes,
live your life.
Oh,
Listen.
how we were screaming all the dirty hoes. And
Lord.
And all the clean, light-skinned girls was saying it right back to me. All the dirty hoes. See, only at Posh.
You know
can
what?
have a movie like so.
Absolutely. We bring out some of everybody.
Everybody.
So yes,
Everybody.
you know, from the young ones fresh out of college to us more seasoned veterans. I feel like we definitely run the gamut of, you know.
You
pretty much
definitely have
everybody.
some gray hair folk in there.
Oh yeah, for
Definitely have some gray hair.
sure.
We definitely saw some great
Definitely. I feel like people are like, look, we know this is gonna be a good time. We out here, you know. I'm out the house this weekend. Where am I going? The Posh events.
Yeah, I think a couple of the dudes from out west like escaped from the feds.
It came straight to the Posh
Came
Party.
straight to the party. I'm like, you out?
No, I think the Posh Party, man, like the Studio Paris Party is one of my favorite events. And one thing, I don't know how factual this is, but I'm gonna say this. I feel like y'all open the doors for Studio Paris to start doing more black events. Because when I look at Studio Paris and like Metro booming in town and he like, I'm at Studio Paris, I'm like, you know, DJ Esco was at Studio Paris and I'm like, you know, I wonder. I'm like, the influence is there, but I can't wait for this one. I'm gonna just let it be known now.
No, I believe it because, you know, even I feel like for a long time, not to say a long time, but I do feel Studio Paris was like they trusted us. Like they knew we were bringing in that revenue, that crowd, that they were like, okay, we're comfortable with this.
Yeah.
And now you're right. Like I see flyers like, oh, okay, folks at Studio Paris. Hey, by all means, like, I'm glad that they are crossing, you know, lines and just opening up the doors to us because we have money as well to spend.
Man, we got money. We love to party.
Exactly.
Listen, and
we are ready for this one.
Yeah.
Listen, and we look better than the other crowds. Like,
by all means.
listen,
by all means.
when you look at pictures from the Studio Paris Party and you look at you be like, damn, is there anybody ugly here? You know, other than us.
I was like number 9 out of 10.
Smooth 7.
Yeah, so silly.
Yeah, number 9. But it was some kind of mixed chick. Some kind of, I don't even know.
He just said just some kind of mixed chick.
They had some kind of camera that was like doing a little boomerang type
Oh,
of thing.
yeah.
And she grabbed me, like, take a picture with me. And then we, like, took, like, 8 pictures. I was trying to go to the bathroom, and she kept, like, pulling me back, like, take more pictures with me. And I'm like, am I not ugly no more or something? Something happened? I thought she lost a bet or something with her friends.
I mean, just the fact that they throw parties with no dress code, like, sweet, thank you, baby Jesus.
Yes,
like,
yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think you all help cultivate that. We don't have to wear dress shoes with jeans anymore. Like, that shit burns my soul.
Yeah, it does. Like, be fly, be fresh.
Monday through Friday, we got
Listen, between y'all and like J Ella parties are so shy. I'm like, you know, all them other promoters was trying to make us wear, you know, dress like pilgrims to party, and I'm like, no, bro, I can't do it.
The tragedy that was the Green Dolphin when it first opened, and
Oh.
you seen all the
Oversized-
brothers with their uncles' dress
oversized
shoes
button-ups.
on, tucked in button-ups. I'm like, man, I'm not going through all this, bro. Let me know when y'all dumb it down. I'll be a cheerleader.
I blame the change clothes video.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
You blame,
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
You
Everybody
blame
had the
Jay-Z.
French
I
cuffs.
love Jay-Z, but
Right.
he definitely gave the black community a black eye with that video because it forced people to wear outfits that made no sense.
And everybody had that brown and white Rockaway button up.
Oh my God!
Listen. One day I'm gonna meet with Jay-Z and I'm gonna be like, yo, bro.
Apologize.
Way back, you sent us off.
You sent us off.
Like,
like just go back and look through your homecoming pictures from college. You look like a fool.
I know I do. I got a picture of Nietzsche button up there.
Dude, we had button ups. You have a blazer, and you would have like a tilted fitted on. It was the worst of times. That was the worst of times.
I remember seeing Dion at the arena, like he trying to switch up his swag, huh?
That grown and sexy.
And that was grown and sexy
we
back
all
then.
like 20.
Like
we all like 20 trying to be dressed like we was fucking 35.
Everybody still going to their mama house on break.
Right. Just like we going to a Garth Brooks concert.
Right. And I felt like at that time, grown people tried looking at us like, what the fuck? Like,
I'm sure a couple of times when me and my cousins was about to leave from my uncle's house, I know he quietly was like, y'all like some fucking idiots. Like some fucking idiots.
And don't get the clubs mixed up. Just say like we supposed to go to Green Dolphin, so you got on a Green Dolphin attire, but you can't get in there, and you got to go to like boutique.
Oh,
now you like a fucking idiot with all the Cabrini Green boys and them all. You overdressed and shit. Oh yeah, we pulling it with him soon as the lights come on.
Yeah,
you leaving early. We ain't staying till 4, bro.
No,
man, listen. I think the best time in my life when I start like define the dress code and I start going to the club, dress however the fuck I wanted, and I would lose my shit on bouncers at so many clubs, and I would be like, yeah. And then like after a while, I was like, okay, I got a little money. I just got to do the handshake with the dub in my hand, and they gonna let me in dress like whatever. Then I would be in there and see somebody dressed like change clothes, and I would be looking at them in my J's, like, how you get in like that? Just look at them like.
We've had so many tense standoffs at the door with Dion with security about whether he can get in or not. Like it got to a point where it was like Dion got to stand first in line because like, I'm not about to pay, and then fam can't get in. Like you know, I'm gonna fight with you, but like I don't want to lose my dub, Jack.
Yeah, shout out to my barber, man, Twan. I know he gonna love that shout out. He ain't gonna let it go. But shout out to Twan. You know, he's a security guard, so he was like cool with all the security. And I remember when like Dragonfly was cracking it. You know, Dragonfly, they weren't going like. If your pants was too baggy, you couldn't get in. Like you couldn't even wear like dress boots. It had to be a certain sole and everything. And I walked in that motherfucker in like a Lacoste polo and some Jordan 3s. And I was like, what the fuck? But Twan was a security guard, so I was plugged. I ended up getting like juniors, Dragonfly, everything because of that light skin nigga. Yeah. Shout out Chris Zorich. Thanks, man.
Dress code shit was getting. I knew it was ridiculous when me and Dion went to Nouveau. And dude looked at my polo boot shoes like, no athletic shoes. I said, I guess you never played sports in your life. Who plays basketball in polo boat? I mean, a white bottoms fan, that's an athletic shoe. I said, I'm not about to have this conversation. Y'all had a good time.
That was one of the funniest nights of my life. Because I remember looking at Buddy and he was, and I had on Air Force, no, I had on Dunks right in front of you. And he was like, the Dunks are fine because they got an orange bottom. And I was like,
what?
I was like, hold on, bro. He was like, yeah, dog. No boat shoes, nobody. And I'm looking at dude like, is he serious? And I'm seeing dudes like dude with a 32 waist gown, like 38 dress pants, and you know, I'm steppers, and I was like, this is not making no sense. And we at that point we was past the point of like spending our money at a place that didn't want us. And I just looked at him, I was like, he can't be serious. But he was like, I'm serious. And I was like, I was just in Nouveau, and we were just in there, and I just seen all kind of shit in here. And he was like, well, you know, it's different. And I was like, all right, brother. Like, I'm out.
Do y'all think that phase was also a bad phase? The boat shoes? Because I remember dudes trying to wear the baggy pants and stepping on the back of the pants the whole night with the boat shoes. I remember like everybody had the same navy blue polo. It was all, because I feel like the West Side people, they thought like that's all we could wear is either them or them raggedy Rockports. Like, man, you know what, Joe?
I mean, you know, I get what clubs was trying to do a little bit, but at the same time, like if motherfuckers want to fight, they gonna fight in dress clothes. People have got slapped in church, so it don't matter the outfit. If motherfuckers got a disagreement, they just gonna handle their disagreement. Whether you know, it's all about the atmosphere. And dress clothes to me ain't never set an atmosphere for anything. For anything. Like motherfuckers that swung on people at funerals. So what, you gonna have a dress code at a funeral?
Right.
Oh, man.
Paris, I have a quick question. I heard you mention bottle wars.
Yes. Yeah. So just that. And we did this at Studio Paris last for our 5th year anniversary there last year, and it was just all about pretty much creating that atmosphere because Studio Paris is all about the bottle service experience. So it's all about standing on couches, you're popping bottles. So we wanted to just go ahead and say like, hey, we're gonna open it up for our guests who do, pretty much decide to move forward with bottle service. Like, go ahead and let's try these bottle wars. Make it awards. Like, you guys just pretty much have like a showdown, with each other and buying Magnum bottles and Magnum bottles of champagnes and vodka or whatever. So it was definitely, it got intense in one corner. I know that for sure. But it was just something like a friendly little battle, like nothing too extreme, but just something we wanted to have fun with, something just to create a different vibe and experience for it being our 5th year at Studio Paris and just understanding what the atmosphere pretty much, enforces. It's just like you feel like, okay, I got to go ahead and just spin and just, enjoy life. We celebrating life today.
That's like a West Side motto right there. You know what I'm saying? Because the guys who I said, I had asked them, you out? I had seen them doing like the intense part. And it was just like Douce coming out of nowhere. And they were like, hunt fresh, take another. I'm like, man, I ain't even drinking Douce. Man, look, drink the Douce. We out here. Like, y'all out here living life, bro. The Hove coming?
I'm poor.
I want a table at Studio Paris. I don't want to participate in the war part exactly. You can just let us have our bottles. We'll be thankful and
And some people, that was what they did. They're like, look, we're just gonna have our 3 bottles or whatever and just drink up, enjoy the party. And then some, that's what they want to do. And we're like, let's go ahead and do that.
The good fellas in the No Foreplay show.
Yes.
Hopefully this year. Hopefully, as soon as we see the email, we are sending. Matter of fact, we sending this email from the No Foreplay email. We're gonna say we want a table in the main room. Just tell us. Just tell us.
We're speaking on it now. So when y'all get here, we
already know.
Please.
Yeah, you say right.
Go ahead, write it off.
It's promotion.
I hear that
because I got this dream of just like pouring them away, like back in the little ice thing. Like, we don't drink this shit. Like, I don't know. I seen Adrian Broner do that, so now I got to do it. It's like crazy.
Why
alcohol abuse though?
You be idolizing like the worst motherfuckers of all time.
Look, you got to understand. I look at them and like they're doing stuff I would never dream of doing. So it's like, okay, it's like they're the complete opposite of me. And it's kind of like the Boys to Me and Jodeci thing. Like, I'm over here as Boys to Me, and I'm looking at Jodeci. No shirts on, all black, getting all the women I'm supposed to have where I got on this preppy sweater and stuff like that. So that's what I be thinking when I look up the Black Youngster and Adrian Broner. But I'm like, a mixture between Black Youngster and Ty Dolla $ign.
I'm still disgusted. That didn't change anything. So, what, man, we were kind of talking about this on the ride over, but I got a chance. I'm going to put you on the spot now. So what would be, no, I'm going to take it another way.
Okay.
What would be your dream event? Like the one you would love to do if you, no expenses, your dream event to throw.
Is he going to ask us this fresh? Because I got some ideas.
No, I'm not asking you fellas this.
Why not? We part of the show.
No, we let Paris talk first.
We are asking Paris.
That is a good one because that's something I haven't even thought about in a while. Who I think who does dope events, and I worked for the man at one point, is Puff, and recently he did I think it was for the Grammys where they did, was it the Grammys? I think it was for the Grammys or the Golden Globes. I'm like blanking, where he did like basically a big ass viewing party in the backyard.
Oh, that was Super Bowl.
Super Bowl, you're right. Thank you. It was Super Bowl. And I was like, yo, that's just so dope. Like, you just got friends and family, got the couches set up, this big, huge, movie screen in the backyard, drinks, whatever. It's just like the heaters outside. And that's just like for me, those dope, intimate experiences, I think, are what matter most. Like, something like that is just, like, really cool. I think that the other event that I really would, like, love to do is just, like, a huge, because I'm a big foodie. It's, like, a big, dope, like, food, drink experience. Like, I know that there's an organization that does, like, the whole, like, the dinner, like, in Blanc, where everybody dresses in white.
Yes.
I want to go.
And I feel like it's so, like, now with those, you got to bring your own food and, like, drink. And I think you get, like, a server. But I would want it where it's, like, you just there. You're coming. And you have some of the hottest chefs, you know, mixologists, just pretty much, like, drinks flowing and food, just 5-course meals. And everybody is in white. And I just feel like it's something about that is just, like, you're bringing people together around food. And that entire experience is just, like, dope. Like, and of course, like, live music, you know, have some of the hottest artists in the background just providing the soundtrack for the event.
The one thing I always say about food is that women will spare no expense when it comes to good food. And it's like,
and I am one of those women.
I was literally just like listening to her talk and thinking like, wow, like men and women think so differently because she's describing these elegant plans and she had no expense, like her drink, and I'm just thinking like, I know me and Fresh are the same, like the dirtiest shit like we could do with no expense. Like, man, we gonna have like this ignorant barbecue wings and fries.
Now that'll be like a after party, like an after pool party.
Yeah, I was thinking like a pool party, right?
Fight or some shit.
See, you just want negative around. Just
I think the ultimate, for me, the ultimate event would be like a dope ass rooftop pool party and shit. Like motherfuckers just out there. You just
they gotta be in the pool.
And you find like at least 50 black people have to be in the pool at all times. Don't pull that you just came here to sit on the side.
Exactly.
We all can't be on the side.
Right.
But like this, man.
Yeah, I have to have. I agree with that, and then I have to have like DJ Chip in the middle of it. Like he got
what
like
the fuck?
I'm so serious, bro. I want to see how Rihanna would react if she heard "Get Down, Lil' Mama." You ever think about? I think about stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like people in the Chicago setting, like would they do as the Chicagoans or would they look nervous in the back? You know what I mean? Could you imagine at rehab, Bounce coming on or Bounce and Break Your Back coming on? I know how the Chicago population be like after fights. So
LA people too cool. For like Bounce and Break Your Back to work. That shit'll come on and niggas will be looking like.
You have a better chance in Oakland to pull that shit off.
You do. But
I'm saying in Vegas at rehab. I think nobody travels like Chicago. Like Chicago is always represented wherever it's people at. It's always a huddle of Chicago people, and I feel like they'll set the tone. Like me and Aunt Santa.
Or either we get looked at like animals in the zoo.
He always negative Nancy. I just want Dion to agree with us on one.
Just one time, just one ratchet moment.
On one ratchet moment,
you
do.
Think he went on the board for the NQ?
Listen,
you would think.
Listen,
it took him a while to get back on the board.
It took me a while. I was talking to people yesterday about the nigga Q, and they gave me their email. They want me to email them with his back. I'm dead serious.
No, he's not the only one. Like I was at the bar and somebody was like, yo, like, so that barbecue, like, is it like, what's going on? Like, is it going down?
And then people was like, I heard of this before. And I'm just like, oh, man. I was like, look. So, I mean, I think all my dream events are one private, you know, all invite only. And they definitely all like, you know, definitely be music related. You know what I'm saying? I like small things. I like private. And let's just like do it up with dope people. Like I want things that people wouldn't normally do. So like, you know, let's say I went to the Dream concert. Can I have a Dream concert with only 300 people? Like, you know how cold that would be, or just like whoever. You know what I'm saying? Like, give me like a J. Cole, because I feel like one, that shit is missing. Like, you know, granted, as dope as Drake and Future was in the United Center, let's take it back and let's take y'all to the fucking Drake in the House of Blues in 2017.
And that's how it was. That's how it was. I know that our audience are probably tired of hearing about it, but I don't care. When I went to Future concert at Shrine, it was like he stopped the music, like, hey man, y'all pick a song and I'm gonna do it. And then somebody said Codeine Crazy. Like, what the fuck you know about that? Let's go play Codeine Crazy. And I'm like, this Super Future doing like requests in the fucking crowd. That was like crazy.
Yeah, like that's the type of shit that I want to see, because I feel like too, when you do shit like that, that's when people never gonna leave you as a fan, right?
That personal connection.
And I'm gonna be like, yo, I literally love this person. I'm never leaving him. Like, and two, I feel like, you know, certain shit, like, you know, I'm biased as hell towards certain people I like. But if you were to do that with the Drake right now, it would probably be damn near no hit records if you let the people pick the songs. People would be like, give me that mixtape shit. Like, do the calm. Do fear, right? Get where that Breeze interlude at, like.
I think if you pull some shit like that off with, you know, incorporate Paris foodie mindset with like maybe like 300 people, they own tables, food being served and shit like that, I think that shit would be like excellent. Like, you know, Drake doing all his like R&B type shit.
Yeah,
lit, man.
Yeah.
I just don't like to eat it at Lady Gaga just did this. Oh shit! Yeah, we just got word from Jeff the engineer. He said Lady Gaga did a dive bar tour.
That's actually pretty dope.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then even like the way J. Cole was doing the Dollar of the Dream and the small things. Like, if I could do that, invite fucking only. Like, you know how crazy that would be? Like, you know, I would just be the nigga on Twitter like, hey, we got 250 slots for a J. Cole concert. Right. People would be like, wait, is he joking? No, I'm dead ass serious. And this shit gonna be live, G.
And it would. I mean, it would be lit.
Yeah.
Just pray I wouldn't be in the corner of every concert kissing somebody in the mouth.
Bro. I'm so glad.
You know what? Okay.
I could, yeah.
You know what?
That's definitely mouth kissing.
We just missed something though. You the second person on our show to have worked for Puff.
Oh,
jeez,
who was the other person?
We had
Bon Jovi.
Yeah, Bon Jovi. She a videographer, and
nice.
and man, I feel like we just keep getting y'all on the show eventually.
We won interview away.
We won interview away.
I feel like we just got to go get Farnsworth Bentley first.
Yeah,
like we'll be right on our way, man.
Yeah, it's crazy the amount of people that like have somehow touched like his brands. Like, you know, even in New York when I meet people and I'm like, oh yeah, you know, I was at Combs, and people are like, oh yeah, I was there like years ago, and I'm like, yeah, I feel like everybody somehow crosses paths, like, you know, and works under him in some capacity.
Yeah, like he's definitely a person, man. I just feel like, you know, people be like Master P is a superhero. He did everything people wanted to do. I feel like Puff has done everything we want to do. But I think the crazy part, as much as we know Puff, I feel like the story is so like much deeper. Like he has to have like a 3-hour biopic at some point, and I want the one that I want the gritty one. Like, there needs to be one that's like PG-13 and one that's like rated R.
Like a straight out of Compton extended version.
Right. Real deal.
I cry real tears the whole time.
You know what? No lie, I probably would. Between him and I need to see the real Rockefeller story.
The real Jay Prince story.
You know what? Nobody really ready for that story. Nobody really ready.
Even afraid to mention Jay Prince's name on air.
Yeah, but
we honor and respect him.
But the Rockefeller story really gonna be like a few movies, because you damn near gonna have to tell it from every point of view.
Every point of view.
Yeah, and I can't let Dame gonna try to straight the video to shit because he want all the money. I'm like, no, Dame, we need to take this to a studio, brother. Damn.
Man, that should have to be like a 7 fucking day Roots. That should have to be like Roots. Ain't no way, because you got to hear from Cam, Beanie.
If that was to happen, grown people would be like setting their whole lives to be in front of the TV.
I might take a week off work.
Like, if people be taking a week off work, or like you see motherfuckers flexing their work schedule. They like, man, what the fuck you getting in at 6:30 all of a sudden?
Cam shit gonna be a comedy. Cam shit will be a legit comedy.
Real comedy. For sure. I couldn't even.
Speaking of comedy, Paris, I do have a question. I was thinking about this on the way over. With throwing your parties, like, what's like something like the funny shit that you kind of observe as you're like overseeing the day parties and shit? Like people like, is it like the male female interaction? Is it like just touch on some of that?
Yeah, I think it is seeing the interaction between the men and the women. It's definitely just, fellas shooting they shot, trying to shoot they shot. It's definitely interesting. I think also what's interesting is when people approach me during the party, like, you look like you run this. Like, I get that often, and I'm like, how? They're like, you just look so serious, like you're not having fun. And it's like, well, bruh, if you see me over here, like, and I'm trying to put out a fire, why are you interrupting me right now?
Right, man.
Like, let me handle this business.
I literally like see people trying to like hold full-fledged conversations with you in the party, and I'm like, why? Like literally when I see y'all every time, like, hey y'all, how you doing?
Right.
Get a hug and keep
moving.
I already know.
Let me jump in and a funny story, G. I'm the person, so like if I've known you for a long time, I put you in a box sometimes. So I always put Diamond in like the Whitney Young box. Like I look at Diamond and I'm still seeing Diamond in the hallway. And I think I didn't like realize, like I didn't put Diamond in like the grown Diamond box until I saw her like at a Posh event on business. And I remember seeing, I was like, oh. And then like now that's the image I have, her handling business. Because before I was like, oh, Lil Diamond from the halls. Like, you know what I'm saying? And now I remember seeing her, and I think I seen her, she didn't do a hand clap, but she definitely put her hand, like did one of these, and I was like, oh.
She comes in and out of it so smooth. So yesterday, me and Fresh was walking up to the line, and she's telling people, you need to go this side. This is VIP only, this side. And she see me, I'm like, hey, I'm about to, fall in line because I don't want to get yelled at by Diamond at this point. It's like, oh, hey, come on. He with you, come on. And I'm like, oh, hey, girl. She's like, I see you on this side. He's like, move to the right. I'm like, she move in and out of it like real well.
She does.
She don't play.
It takes me a minute to step out of it. I'm like, okay, let me go over here and take a deep breath, and then I'm about to come back and just start to talk to people, because it can be stressful. Like you're basically like you're seeing things, of course, that your consumers and your guests don't see, but you want it to be perfect. You want it to be running as smooth as possible. So I know that other people are like, oh, great party. You like, you don't even know what I'm dealing with right now. But hey, thank you.
And it's crazy because like the Posh parties test me and MP's friendship every year. Like, what? I just noticed he did it again. What he always does.
What I do? I introduced you. I did the sign.
No, he did not. No, he did not. He got his little wristband. He was already walking, taking pictures of the fucking grass.
A lie.
I didn't know who that nice young lady. But it's cool. See, that's why I'm the Michelle of the show. Like, nobody knows me. You know what I'm saying? I only get to sing on like when a beat drop or something like that.
Yeah.
Or when a breakdown or something like that.
But I also think the one funny thing is to see how social media has changed the way we basically socialize and party. Because it was funny, I saw this girl like walking through the party yesterday, like on Snapchat, just walking, and of course, in her phone, and that's a funny sight to see to me. And I'm like, it's amazing just to see how like the first party that we threw back in like 2013, I think it was, and just to now, or was it was 2012 actually, and to see now how just like, we're all on Instagram Live and Facebook Live and on Snapchat. And it's like, I feel like social media has kind of just basically shifted the way we interact and socialize when we're in those types of environments.
But you think it's really, how much do you think helped build your brand?
Oh, I think it definitely has helped build the brand. I know that of course, it builds that buzz. Of course, people, hashtag, they tag us in, the photos. They, of course, like tag us, on Twitter, on Facebook or whatnot, for sure. But it's just, as I think about like, just taking a step back and wanting to just make sure like people are, like you said, like get down, little mama, if that drops, like they not on the phone, but they instead, And
with my experience with like the Posh parties, I had to do that. I used to be the guy. 30 snaps at every party. At Posh, you get 3 snaps from me. That's about it. That's it. I don't want to miss anything, I'll do the one snap where I pan everything, and then I'll get the 100 DMs. Where you at? And besides that, I'm at the bar one time, click, And no, that's it. I'm not missing anything at Posh.
Yeah, it's like, I want people to like live in that moment, live in that experience. Don't get me wrong, like social media is always great, just to like share those moments. But it's interesting just to see how people are using it. Like I think that's the one observation I had yesterday, and just seeing how people were like walking through and using social media at the event. But, I know that at some events I'm seeing people, trying to like figure out, if they're on the list. That's always the one I'm like, oh no, like that is, and I try not to be at the door, but to see people try to finagle their way in, is always like, it's funny, but it's not. But it's like, folks,
like,
man,
you should have just went on Eventbrite
and
just
bought your ticket.
Like,
yeah,
buy the fucking ticket.
Right.
Hey, on Wyclef's first album, he got an interlude where he starts off yelling, "There is no guest list tonight," and that always plays in my head. Like, people come up to the party and you'll see it at, yeah, fam, I'm on the list, and then they be like, oh, okay, and then when they do have a list, they be like, what list you on? And they be like, when they get to him and hard, you ain't on no list, brother. Your name is not there. Just pay the fare.
Yes, that is definitely that happens.
Or you get the people who be like, man, I'm just gonna pay at the door. No, you not.
No, you not.
That's over with. No. It's over with. It's no more at the door, fam.
No more at the door. We're not trying to carry cash.
And I be looking at people like, fam, like, when you pay at the door, like, I think like when I went to the party in LA and they said it was 100 at the door, I was looking like, why you want to pay that surcharge, brother? Like that door tax, because that's a real tax.
That's what it
then
is.
you get to a whole nother population of people who don't have like legit debit cards, and then you might not want to even have those.
You're right. You may not want the swipers there.
They don't have PayPal.
Look, man, like people be hitting you like, could you buy my ticket if I give you cash? I'm like, why you can't just buy your ticket? Like, you gonna group me? Like, why you can't just?
I got one even worse for you. Okay, just quick pay me or cash at me. Hey man, look, I don't deal with all that stuff, man. I'm gonna bring $38 to your house. Nah, I ain't finna wait on you June
but see,
$38.
And that's what I'm gonna say. This quick announcement too. Like, Grits and Biscuits is coming up. Like, buy your own fucking ticket. Buy your own fucking ticket. Don't do this. Buy your ticket, because I'm not being ticket broker P.
Listen,
this year. No.
We need to make this PSA together.
Go ahead.
Grits and Biscuits is not a Fresh and MP production.
It is not.
Do not come inboxing us saying we gonna need tickets. Hey, we not fucking ticket brokers. Do not come looking for us saying,
we are not on the Grits and Biscuits committee.
I got 5 friends and we not doing
We have the
that
same
shit.
internet broadband as you.
Man,
we get the same tweet as you.
My shit like 10 Mbps.
I'm at work when the tickets go on sale, just like you.
I can't use the school Wi-Fi.
Right. Just be prepared to buy your fucking ticket. Make up a meeting. That's what I do. I make up a meeting at noon.
You know what?
And so no one at work bothers me. Like, I'm like in the meeting from 12:15. I put evaluation, and I buy my ticket.
You know what?
Fuck with me.
That is hilarious.
Look, okay, so let's do this as we wrap this episode up. Tell us what's next for you as Paris, and what's next for Posh, if you can.
Yeah, so I am now, for the past 6 months, I have been working independently as a communications consultant in New York City. So pretty much I'm just supporting small businesses and startups with PR, with social media, with event production, and it's definitely a grind. It's a hustle, especially being in New York City, the concrete jungle where everybody, I feel like, is in this industry. But it's been great. It's been going well for me. I'm always looking to talk to small business owners, talk to founders about like how they can position their brand, how they can get more visibility and awareness across media, how they can just, grow their customer base and their audiences so they can just pretty much grow their businesses. So that's pretty much what's next for me. If people really do want to connect with me and talk to me, they can reach me at ParisATyler.com and of course connect with me that way. As far as Posh is concerned, we are planning out the rest of the year right now. We're working on looking at events in May. Of course, we have our July Paris Club event, but we're looking at potentially doing something in May, and just of course continue to bring dope experiences to the city.
Well, that's not, I feel like, all right, man, like y'all been put on notice. Y'all small businesses need some help.
Yeah.
Need some help. The No Foreplay Show. We gonna talk to you because we need some help.
We need some help.
For sure.
We need visibility. We need all kinds of help.
Yeah.
I think we dope. I think we've risen above the Section 8 crowd. I think it's time for us to spread out.
It's time to glow up.
Yeah, our demographic changed from like under $25,000. We
probably at the like
26,000 to 35,000.
Yeah, I think we just above the
poverty line. Because it's like what 25 to like 34,999. We at like 35 to like 49,999. We blowing up. We blowing up. So
we got men who take care of their kids who listen to the show.
Yeah.
Yes, that is.
No,
that's great.
I mean, like I said, I'm all about. I'm focused on minority owned and women owned businesses. So I feel like it's so often that we're doing dope things, across various industries, but our stories aren't always told or we're not aware. And I think we need the support. We need to build that Black dollar, especially.
And the phrase I've been using in regards to the show, damn near all weekend. We was talking to the kids yesterday. My network is your network. Mm-hmm. That's what I love, and it's like you and our network. So if y'all want to get in touch with Paris, she gave y'all the jewels. Just rewind a little bit. Y'all gonna hear it.
ParisATyler.com.
Yes.
Did I say that right?
Yep.
Because it sound official when you put your middle initial there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually had to. It was weird. Like somebody had ParisTyler.com, the domain. I was like, I guess I
Paris A. Tyler sounds better though.
Like thank you.
So if y'all want to get it, please get in touch with Paris. And listen, I know July for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I may be there. We just waiting on it. So just know we're gonna be looking at our email.
Maybe we'll be there because that was like the tacos and tequila party I remember last year. It don't matter. It could be bologna. It could be a peanut butter and jelly sandwich party.
But
we're gonna be there.
When we
July,
showing our ass.
We are getting a table.
Yes.
I'm saving my pennies.
Yeah,
we are in there.
Like I said, every event we try to make it, more different. We try to just like raise the bar a little bit, for our crowd because I feel like we have some of the most loyal supporters, here.
Yeah, and I may go get one of them. What's them joints? I may go get one of the weave high top fades that the men get for the party.
See, this
is we not letting you wear no lace.
Dion, I appreciate your creativity, your individuality, and our friendship for over 20 years. You come around with a lace front. You come around with a lace front. Like this is gonna be like almost like we will have to fight. We haven't pushed each other since that Monopoly game.
Listen,
you will be stuck outside the
club. Oh damn!
Thank you, Paris. Put down now.
No.
No Foreplay Show. We out.